Right, Barrett, we made it back to the spaceport. Let's head to this place where you said you found another temple of some sort. So we'll give it a go. Hopefully you can become unique like me. I mean, you know, having more powered up ordinary people might help us out in the fight against the Starborn, because they've been a bit strange. The whole thing is just crazy. And I'm not too sure who's right and who's wrong, but they did mess with us, and I'm not happy with that. So yeah, let's head to wherever you said.
Let's set a tempo.
Ready when you
But I landed in a snow mart. Oh my word. Right, let's not use that, shall we? Let's keep this one handy. Are you in, Barrett? You're probably digging yourself out the snow. My bad. Remind me to grab you some useful things.
I think everybody in Constellation dreams of this moment.
I bet they do. Right, I think the doorway's there. Yeah, doorway's there. Let's get into it.
Oh, this is it.
It is. Yeah, so what you do, Barrett, you just find the weird sparkly things. Sort of thing. And you gotta kind of get there quickly, or it kind of just doesn't work for a while. Got a few seconds to get to each one. There you go.
Just look at this. See you later.
Well, am I gonna do it then? Alright, I'll do it.
Man, these places are kind of crazy.
Hello, universe.
Just being serious.
This is Barrett, returning your call.
What in the... Who in the... Whoa. Hello, handsome. You've got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis.
Oh no, which one is my Barrett? I think I know the one on the left. One of you explain what's happening here.
Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously.
Welcome aboard.
Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well.
What? The war?
Going on 20 years now. But we're starting to turn the tide. Imagine all of the variations. It's endless.
Daughter?
Amazing. Sounds like you don't have a daughter here, I take it. No. We talked about it, but no. We named her after Aja, my mentor. She died in the crossfire between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective decades ago. For me, Irvin died instead of Aja in that crossfire. She's best friends with Cora, and she's smart as hell. Of course she is.
Oh no, Vasco.
Oh, man. I only hope the new one we're building is just as salty as the last one.
Irvin's alive?
It's been so long. The horror of the infinite is the inclusion of the unimaginable. I promise. He's happy. We're happy.
Things sound very different from where you're from.
I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken, we've taken, how many variations, how many ended with heartache, and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait. What's that noise? Starborn ship.
Barrett, get ready for a fight.
We can handle this. On it.
Move, move, move. I heard explosions. What's going on? Oh, hello. Which Barrett's my Barrett? I'm guessing you.
Something happened. I can't hold on to you. I'm struggling. Being pulled through the barrier. This is probably it, friends. Son, cherish every moment with them.
I already do, my friend. I promise.
Whoa. Okay, can I do that? Parallel self. From across the vast multiverse, a friendly version of yourself arrives armed and ready to lend a hand. Oh, yeah. Can I talk to you? Holy crap. You're probably... Wow, okay.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think.
Good to know.
Isn't it? I mean, hey, at least only one other Barrett appeared. Imagine if an army of, me showed up.
Do you want to try that?
Kinda. I mean, here's the thing. It's pretty exhausting in a way that's hard to describe. A second one of me seems... well, frankly, it seems like it would kill me. But yes, I tried. Briefly. Then I stopped when I realized how impossible it would be. Makes me tired just thinking about it.
Doesn't seem to be possible.
True. How would I stand out in a crowd made entirely of myself anyway? Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power, and I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd.
It seems useful, doesn't it?
I thought so too. Other me, other Barrett, seemed like he was able to handle himself well in that fight. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened.
Use your power when you want Barrett to.
That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway.
Oh, where did my one go? I guess he only lasts for a little bit. We should probably do a little, a few of activities. There was a scientist next to a tree in New Atlantis. Let's go and help out a few people in Atlantis, I guess. A little bit. Because I know there's also been some brownouts and stuff, so we definitely got to look into that. These trees do seem very cool, though. Ah, there he is. Hello?
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Is something wrong? You sound concerned.
Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Love to help.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Sure. Alright, I think there's one over here.
Was here before the city?
Yeah, I can believe that. Most trees, probably here before any of us. Ah, there it is. That one was easy. Seems like it's quite close. There it is. I just couldn't see it for some reason. Right, let's head over here. There's one over here. Oh, back in the old neighborhood. Probably should drop in on my parents, see how they're doing after going neon. Go forward here, and it moves. Oh. Who put it there? Commercial district. Take me there at once. Oh, let's talk with Barrett, too.
Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. Stop by sometime and let's talk. Just us adventurers, okay? You know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy with you by day, investigating the mysterious legal woes of my long-dead spouse by night.
Glad to see you got your sense of humor back.
Vasco never appreciated my humor that much. I was just remembering how I'd pour my heart out to Vasco. So many times. I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect to feel.
I'm sure Vasco was a reliable co-pilot.
Oh, we got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend him to anybody. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about Irvin's case. I heard back from my contact. They looked into Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Looks like they paid off the judge. And that's not all. My contact really came through for us. Turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew his testimony. And thanks to our contact, we now have the receipts.
What's the proof the witness was threatened?
My contact has an audio log with the identity of the speaker verified, time-stamped, everything.
What's the proof Hephaestus paid the judge?
Bank transactions. A precise amount was transferred to the judge only the day before the ruling.
Do you have the actual evidence with you?
No, my contact does for now. I trust them. We worked together a long time ago. And it depends on what I want to do with all the proof. If anything.
Do we need more evidence? We should hire a lawyer now.
I'm glad you're confident already. I'm not, though. I'm worried we don't have enough evidence to go up against a massive corporation like that. So I know a cyber runner who has accessed corporate archives before. They can dig into the classified archives before we go to a lawyer. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information, but that adds risk.
Do it. Sod it.
I appreciate that, Captain. But I'll take care of any fines or bribes that come up from this. You have always been so supportive of me during this process. Let me take care of this part. Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer. I'll see if I can find one. Whew. Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. And I say this as someone with actual superpowers. Why couldn't I have gotten something more useful? Like the art of cross-examination. Might have come in handy at the trial.
I think that's the lawyer's job. Let's focus on gathering evidence.
That's solid advice. Know your actual limitations. And not the ones granted to you by a mysterious superpower. Anyway,
Exactly.
let's go adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back to us.
That's what we're doing, Barrett. That's what we've been doing for a while.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
I'm looking for biosensors, not eggs.
Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can tell me if you find any eggs. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Oh.
I have something for you.
Oh, what did you pick up?
Oh, pardon me. Yep.
Ah, some meatloaf. Hey.
Items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We apologize for any delay. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
2 weeks? Jeez. You bought an egg from a kid recently. I need it.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it?
It's sensitive scientific equipment. Very important.
Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Let's actually see what you have for sale.
Yes, of course. Please, take a look. Right. Come back if you need something else.
I will. Still looking for like a, you know, just a spacesuit that covers all the bases, like decent exposure and radiation kind of thing. I just need that to be fixed. Alright, where's our... there he is. Hello, my friend.
But I really do need those sensors, and quickly. I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use.
I've got them all.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. Oh. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. Relief. Now, let's see. This is... well, it's... oh my.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
I'm glad your concerns are valid.
Yes, it does feel good to be right. Particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Okay, cheers. That looks like a shit part holding that together. Oh. Have I got to talk to you?
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry, I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous.
I could assist you.
Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Okay. UC Surplus. Oh yeah, I remember where that is.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch. That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... oh wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
That's Jake's. What does Jake's do when he's at home? Right, I think we got the right direction now.
All right, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so it may be a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
Okay.
Near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. And Another switch flipped, another lead to follow, and the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, we don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Okay. Here we go. Are you leading us into the door?
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of failed attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Powered down. No, there we go. Oh. Oh, there we go.
Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
Sure thing. Oh, heyo.
Well, you sure did your part. Say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways.
Sure, I'll come along. Hey.
So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly?
I got your butt like a butt crack.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
She's not that bad.
Themselves, unsurprisingly.
Work drones. I'm Luisa Reyes. But you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back. I suppose you're here with her.
I am.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Relax. She's not going to want to get blood all over this nice clean floor.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay?
Just relax. Everything's gonna be fine. Why would they come out with guns? Why would they possibly do that?
Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Just in case it's gonna be a close combat. So get ready.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom. I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I'd do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? Maybe
Alright.
he is telling the truth.
If I come back and you're dead, I am shooting up the place, just so you know. Good job we have this little scanner box. Oh, you got one, Barrett. Why don't you lead the way for a little bit? I mean, not now. This is clearly my my job.
You should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. They've agreed to work together on this.
That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here.
Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level.
Zoe, you know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order.
Oh, this one? Okay.
Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
We agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams with you.
Okay.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that.
I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. One never knows what information might be useful.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch. Well, that's unexpected.
Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See?
Alright. Let's see. Oh, okay. That goes there. And there. That goes there. And that goes there.
And click. You got it.
Looks like it's been ransacked. Dawson, my guys got creative with writing. You should have all the juice you need to run the program non-stop. So stop messaging me and get back to work. I expect my cut soon. And keep the door locked. Keep the damn door locked. The last thing I need someone poking around. Even Galbank notices some missing funds, they won't have any way to trace it. They'll call it a malfunction and wipe the records. Like they always do. Money's all digital anyway. They can literally just make it as much as they want. Human. So, by the sounds of it, someone's been nicking money from a bank or something. Using a program. Right, I definitely want to give it Louise. I feel like she's the most legit person here. I just feel the trade authority feels a bit dodgy.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures.
So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it?
Here you go.
Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this.
Okay, that'll do.
If this shift doesn't end soon, my man.
I wonder what they get from that. Defensive measures. I heard a guard named Davis, William, argue with a scientist about trying to develop a way to protect the city better from Ashta. Oh, that's somewhere else. Right, let's have a look all the way down in the MISC, I believe. Activities, sorry. Talk to the bartender. I'll have a chat with the bartender, why don't you? Always good to have a drink here.
Can I get you something?
Hey.
Hey there, new guy. Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Seems business is booming for you.
Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide.
Well, I have to give this a try.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me.
You should go talk to security, see if they can get what's yours.
I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo.
Alright, I'll help you out.
I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
Say no more. Challenge accepted.
I'm here for you. I'll do what I can.
God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
I suppose, don't worry. I'll figure it out.
I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you.
Interesting news lately?
You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad.
Any more news?
Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell.
Really? Okay.
Catch you later.
Catch you later. Later, Taya. The fact that the cargo things over there just take forever to get to. I really should be at the front as soon as you come out. Oh, my old vessel. I do need to change it up, but I just don't have the money. Hey.
This really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. There's something I can help you with?
You've got some cargo that was impounded. I need access to it.
Yeah, I can't really just let you in there.
I understand you can't. You can't keep me out. I've lost enough time already. I get it. You've got orders, I've got mine. I understand. You can't let everyone through. The rules are rules.
Thank you.
So you're saying no now, but if I annoy you enough, you'll say yes eventually, right? Look, I get it. We've got orders, you've got mine, I've got mine.
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. All right, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. I could lose my job over it. If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it?
Correct. Of course.
1 second. All right, make it quick, will you?
Sure thing. I believe it's in this container. Yep. No one's gonna miss those things anyway. Don't know me, officer. He let me in. I'm joking, of course. I'm allowed here. Look at all these people that can be hired.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
Yeah, you sure can.
New guy. Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything.
I have a present for you.
Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't.
Don't worry, no one died getting this. I called in a favor.
Oh, did you? Well, I know who to go to next time I need to renew my liquor license. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Stop by anytime.
Now, I know, Barrett, you probably think we're wasting our time doing little things, that when we've got, like, the starboard and stuff on our tails, or... Well, I don't think they're attacking us now. Some are, some aren't. But I generally do believe that we should help people out, even if we enter the Unity.
UC security. They're busier than normal these days, it seems.
Sorry, just lighting up a the old thing in front of your face.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale.
Oh, that's great. How are the day-to-day operations going?
It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
I'm looking for work.
Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps.
I can do that for you.
Thank you, Captain. Always appreciate it when you lend a hand. Let me know when the matter's resolved.
I will. What's Dawn's Roost?
A restaurant over in the residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where folks come in different sizes, depending on the food.
Really? Anything else I should know about the case?
According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds. See you later.
Could be sentimental. I mean, if I lost a ring that had some sentimental value, I would be very annoyed. Dawn's Roost in the residential area. We do need to change the, I don't suppose you have one of these watches too that I can calibrate my, my mission log. Ah, my parents live here. Oh.
All of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost. You won't find anything like them anywhere else. I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
I'm here about the fight that happened at your restaurant.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
Are these two men dined? Oh, these two men dined together?
Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt.
Do you know anything about the stolen wedding ring?
I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
Can you describe the patrons?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered.
I need to find one of the patrons involved, apparently. He stole something.
I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Athena Tower. I'm on it. I believe Athena was... Oh, wait. Hello.
Oh, leave that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
Dirty, rotten scoundrel. Man who's charged you with theft.
Yes, the man who... Wait, what? He's accusing me of theft? The nerve of that Lothario! 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter!
Your ex claims he stole that ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
I'm not too sure, actually. What's the, Oh, I don't know. That's not it. It's... I don't know. if he's gifted it, but then he rescinded the gift, that's because it was an engagement thing, I reckon. His kind of property. I think you can ask for the wedding ring, but I mean the engagement ring back, right? If you're getting engaged, then it's... I think it's frowned upon to not give it back if you decided to break off the engagement.
I don't care. I'm not giving it to you.
Your gift is conditional. It's only yours if you actually got married.
My lawyer would disagree. Either way, if Octavio wants to take me to court, then so be it.
Yeah, let UC security take it. Take the ring for now. You can get it back later once the lawyer's sorted out.
That does sound reasonable. So long as you don't hand the ring over to Octavio.
Why would you want to keep something that reminds you of him anyway?
Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
Thanks. See? Doing my part for the, I don't know what I'm doing my part for. But justice? Is that justice? Really? Hey, that ring you got as a wedding... Well, an engagement ring. Yeah, you're meant to return it, aren't you? I don't know. I haven't had the luxury of getting married yet, Barrett. Maybe one... Well, yeah. Maybe one day. Hey, Sergeant.
Business with the terminal. How can I help you, Captain?
I finished my investigation.
Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back?
I did.
Excellent. I'm sure the victim will be pleased to know their property has been returned. You acquitted yourself well again. I dare say you might have a knack for police work. Hardly surprising for a captain of the UC Vanguard, but still, impressive nonetheless. Here, take this. It's well deserved.
Thank you. Don't suppose you have anything else for me?
I'm starting to run out of credits to give you. Whoever said crime doesn't pay?
Oh, that was a... Don't ever make a joke with me again.
I do. Thanks to you, the spaceport is up and running again, which is good for commerce, but also for smugglers. We've received a tip that someone has been bringing in contraband into New Atlantis through the spaceport, and we need to investigate.
How are the smugglers evading a contraband scan?
Well, technology-wise, criminals have always been one step ahead. No different now than it was centuries ago. Smugglers often have fancy shielding or scan jammers that allow them to evade the checks. But luckily, we can still use old-fashioned detective work to track these criminals down.
I can find the smugglers for you.
Great. First, speak to one of the technicians over by landing pad B. Ask them if they've noticed any suspicious activity. Once you've gotten a lead, cross-reference their testimony with ship records over at Aegis. When you're done, report back to me with your findings.
Sure thing.
See you later.
Look at that little ship appearing over... Oh. Hello?
Can I help you?
I'm investigating a smuggler and checking if you've seen anything suspicious.
Can't say I have. When you work a job like this, you see so many ships. They all sort of blend together.
So you didn't see anything?
Nope. I just keep my head down and do my job. Speaking of which, I better get back to it.
Hello.
Yeah?
I'm investigating a smuggler and checking if you've seen anything suspicious.
It's about time. I've been telling my supervisor about that cargo ship for ages. I'm beginning to think he was ignoring me.
What's the name of the ship?
That's the problem. I don't really look at the ship names when I work, just the ID number granted for clearance. I think it was UC576B. I do know it's a cargo class transport, if that helps.
What about the ship is suspicious?
It's the way the crew handled the cargo. They were being way too delicate. The manifest said they were carrying potatoes, spuds. I don't know what was in those crates, but it certainly wasn't that. All right, bye.
Thanks. Don't know what I can do, really, with that information. It was really useful. Here's my main man. Hey.
I hope you're not here to report something. If you are, it means you've seen far too much.
I was told you have a slate for me.
That I do, Captain. Sergeant Yumi said you'd be coming to pick it up. You've got good timing, too. I actually have a friend on a classified star station who sent me this list of potential smugglers the other day. Here you are. Given I owe you for the last job, I hope it serves some use.
If the intel is for the star station, will these records be useful here?
Yep. Every ship on that list has a route that goes through New Atlantis. Not surprising, given we're the biggest port in town. And if they're smuggling stuff there, you can bet your ass they're smuggling stuff here.
Gotcha. Classified station?
That's right. Classified station, top secret projects, etc., etc. Nothing you need to be concerned with at the moment, Captain.
Okay. What is it that you do here?
I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mast. I oversee all our active projects and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you. Not even someone with your list of accomplishments can receive the proper clearance to know more. Nothing personal.
That's fine. What can you tell me about Aegis?
All you really need to know is that we're here to serve and we're the good guys. Our main priority is the safety and security of the citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be. We keep an eye on, well, everything.
Thanks. Thank you for your service, Agent.
No need to thank me. It's an honor to be of service. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Okay, so we've got a few. One, Jade Swan. General goods, ship supplies, weapons. Primary cargo, maybe. Oh, the potatoes. Pure hydroponics potatoes. We'll check that one then. Anasai. I think that's what it says. Anasai? Okay, we'll go with that. Sergeant Yumi. We have done a lot of boring legwork today, Brat, I was going to say. Barrett. We haven't, It's a stark difference from meeting the Starborn. We've just had so much uptime, I guess.
How's the investigation going? No major hiccups, I hope? Holding your breath won't work.
I have got the information on the ship.
Is that right? Do you know the name by any chance?
I think it's the Anasai.
Captain Enjai's ship. I think you might have hit the mark here. You had reports of their crew being less than professional on several occasions. Still, being a little rough around the edges isn't exactly a crime. Are you sure it's the right ship?
I'm pretty sure the dude said potatoes. Yeah, I'm sure.
Then the next step is searching their cargo for any smuggled contraband. And, as luck would have it, I believe the Anansi has already arrived at landing pad B. I'll make the call to have the ship detained until further notice. Your job is to board the ship, locate any illicit goods, and return them here. And if any of the crew puts up a fight, I trust you know what to do. Good luck.
Hmm. Yeah, I know what to do, but I don't really want to. I probably need to get my stun gun, actually. I'm pretty sure I sold it because I never use it, but I don't really want to be killing people.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now, then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay?
Yeah, when you say it like that, Barrett, you sound a bit silly. I'll definitely have a talk with you, don't worry. Barrett.
You know, traveling with you has been more than just good old-fashioned fun. It's been, well, therapeutic.
You don't get that sort of feedback every day.
Well, just ask. Anyway, thanks for the support, Captain.
We make a great team, Barrett.
That's just a fact. Which brings me back to that plan I mentioned earlier. I think I know how to move forward now. But I'm going to need your help. My contact sent a gift.
Tell me they found some real evidence?
Seems real to me. So they found an insurance settlement. Irvin's employers got paid as compensation for sabotage.
Sounds fishy.
It seems that the mining company got a huge payout after they won the case against Irvin. We have the settlement paperwork from their insurance. Tons of money. Oh, also the cyber runner had to move on to other work, but sent me a passcode to some computer system. I'm not sure what it goes to yet. We can just hold on to it until we figure it out. But anyway, we have enough to move forward. The missing piece here is proving that Irvin was framed. So I discovered that Irvin's original lawyer still practices law. And she'll look over everything we found.
Let's go talk to the lawyer then.
Oh, detective. I like the sound of that. If I'm the detective, does that make you my trustworthy and sensible partner with a heart of gold?
Obviously, yes.
Well, I can work with that. Detective Barrett at your service. Anyway, we should take everything to the lawyer and see what she says. Maybe she reviews it and decides we have no case, or we need more evidence. I don't know. If we don't have a case, I can probably let it go. But I have to try.
Let's go talk to that lawyer then.
Fantastic. I knew I could count on you. You're as reliable as an atomic clock. I've sent a list of everything we've found so far to the lawyer on Gagarin. You know, I actually feel optimistic about this. Lead the way, detective.
Nice.
If you want to head to Gagarin now, I'm ready. Just so you know.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, so let's make sure we have it.
Yeah, but first of all, let's, before we go and do that, Barrett, we need to check out... Who are you? Okay. Believe me, you won't be, because I'll be the next David Barrett. Oh, did you say David Barrett? I didn't hear you, right? Shotgun time.
You with UC Security? My suggestion? You turn around and pretend you saw nothing.
Well, I'm not having that.
Looking for something?
What now?
1 second, Captain. Crate of contraband. Helium-3. Oh, we actually need these kind of things.
Well, it looks like you got me, officer. I guess this means my potato shipping days are numbered. But Maybe you'd be willing to give a first-time offender a slap on the carpal bone. I don't suppose you're interested in a deal?
I don't make bargains.
Fine. You've made your choice. But now, you'll have to pay for it. You need to
Oh. You silly, silly, silly people. Hey, my friend.
How's investigation going?
I searched NSA for the contraband.
Good work. Did you find anything?
I did. I've got the contraband right here.
Very well done, Captain. Time and time again you come through for us. Initially, I felt bad for having someone of your rank doing security, but frankly, you're worse than guilt. In any case, I'll have a team move the ship off the landing pad and do a full sweep. Make sure there's no other surprises on board. Oh, and before I forget, your payment. It's well deserved.
You are very welcome, Sergeant. Oh, I got another... Oh, I gotta speak with someone else.
It's down, recruitment is up. Things are looking better with every case you solve.
Any more work for me?
Good timing. We just got word of a disturbance over by the Nut in the Embassy District. A vandal, it seems. I've already dispatched an officer to the site, but they probably could use some support. Talk to the officer, get an update, and interview any witnesses involved.
I'll speak to the officer.
Thank you. Normally I wouldn't waste your time with this, Captain, but a functionary over at Mast reported the crime. He'll be thrilled to know that a captain of the Vanguard is on the case.
Oh, that's good. Who's the functionary?
Functionary Gershon. Nice guy. Very polite, as diplomats tend to be. But lately, he's also taken an interest in reporting petty crime, which means I get a call every time someone puts the wrong trash in the recycle bin. Still, his diligence comes in handy in times like this. He practically called in the crime before it even happened.
Who's the officer on site?
That would be Officer Noita Markkinen. She's one of the recruits that joined up shortly after you started. A lot of newer officers look up to you. I bet she'll get a kick out of working this case with you.
Oh, that's good. Have vandals been a problem before?
Never. This isn't Neon. I'm sure the graffiti there is part of the normal decor. But when something like that happens here, it tends to stick out. Let me know if you have any questions.
Sure. Right, we better get to that person. We'll do that quest first, and then we'll go and sort your stuff out, Barrett. It's very important, and it's important to me. So yeah, we'll get that done soon for you, bud. No worries. Yeah, but first I've got to give some stuff to Jemison Mercantile, because I am totally full up on everything. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll sort out everything. Don't worry, Barrett. We'll get you justice and all that stuff. Soon, my friend, soon. And I need to stop calling my mission log on my watch my quests. It's probably leftovers from when I used to, you know, play some board games and, you know, video games and stuff. So, yeah. We'll get rid of all this stuff.